recorded it, yeah.
It's all right, it's a good job we're not live.
Yeah, good job we're not live.
Let's go again.
Okay, my name is, what is it? Renee Leith-Manos, and I'm here at the Facebook headquarters doing a live event for SugarByHalf with the amazing Scott Gooding from the Scott Gooding Project.
Thank you very much.
And what is the Scott Gooding Project?
My message is to encourage people to cook at home.
Right.
Because I believe if they're cooking at home, chances are they're using real food, and that is the bottom line to get onto healthy food.
Because you're going into people's houses, aren't you, into their kitchens and teaching them?
Not literally. You're all right. You can keep the door unlocked. But yeah, I want to break down that myth that cooking healthy is time-consuming, expensive, and tricky.
Right.
All my recipes are easy, done in next to no time, and I'll show that today.
What are you making for us?
Well, I'm going to make a green smoothie. Mm-hmm. Now, millions of smoothies are made across Australia every morning, and I reckon most of them revolve around the sugar, right?
Yes.
So they're going to be bananas, honey, dates, that sort of thing, and probably all those things combined.
Yes.
You know, there's a local... You know, you can go to a local smoothie place and you get a smoothie and they might have a few superfoods in it, but I reckon they'll load it with 1.5, 2 bananas sometimes, which is a heap of sugar.
I mean, I'm going to name Boost Juice and just say, because my children love it, and I'm not the one just saying it, there have been so many stories published about the huge volumes of sugar in their smoothies.
Yeah.
Stop it! Because it's promoted as healthy, and it's not.
Yeah, well, it's quite deceiving.
Yes. And I feel sorry for mums because we're trying to do the right thing. We're exhausted, and we're going to Boost Juice and spending quite a lot of money on a smoothie that's full of sugar. So please tell us what we can do.
Yeah, this is an alternative. So this is literally how I start my morning every morning. So we've got a little bit of ice in there. We're going to throw in some coconut cream. You can use coconut milk. You can use nut milks if you like. So there's about 200 mils of that.
Yep.
Then some tahini. So you can use nut butter if you want.
Now, for people who don't know what tahini is, what is it?
It's ground sesame seeds.
Yes. But they taste quite different to sesame seeds.
Were you just trying to test me then? Just trying to catch me out.
Does he really know?
I've done my research, I know. We've got some hemp seeds. I know it's a bit controversial. But you can ingest them.
Does this to chill the kids?
Don't fuel that.
All right, sorry.
So we've got some hemp seeds. We've got some shredded coconut.
Nice.
And some
much
protein.
Much tastier than desiccated, isn't it? The shredded and healthier.
Say again?
It's the shredded coconut is much better than desiccated. Desiccated is smaller grains. Do you know that, or am I teaching you something?
I didn't know.
I knew it wouldn't take long. I knew it wouldn't take long. That's one to me. Keep going.
Let's start again. Some protein powder.
Yep. So you think protein powder is okay? We talked about that in another video segment earlier today. How do you pick the right one?
Like, following on from what Dino was saying about the ketogenic diet, that's kind of where I sit.
Right.
So I try and have...
Yes. So you're basically paleo heading towards ketogenic.
Look, I used to sit very, both feet well and truly in paleo.
Yes.
And my message was very dogmatic, but I feel like it can alienate people. If people are sort of on the fence looking in, it can seem... rather daunting, rather extreme.
Yes,
You've got to eliminate all these different types of foods. So I've sort of peeled back and I've softened around the edges.
But you're still...
Not literally, but... And my message is, as I said earlier, to encourage people to cook more at home.
Yeah. Okay, so keep going. Well, Maze has a question for you.
Yeah, we have a very scientific question from Caroline, who says... No. Yeah, I know. This is about... People often talk about keeping your carbohydrate or sugar under 50 grams a day. Is that...
Got doctors everywhere. We find if we have a heart attack.
Look, I think everyone has their own particular ideal amount of carbohydrates. I think if you're severely, insulin resistant, you want to lose weight, keep your carbohydrates, right low, below 50 grams, below 30 grams even.
Okay.
But if you're just maintaining your weight, somewhere between 50 and 100 grams is probably okay. But it's more the type of carbohydrate that you want. Again, you want to avoid sugar and the processed food. You want to get your carbohydrates from natural sources like fruit and vegetables.
Yes, not from Mars bars and processed food and the wrong protein powder.
I want to see this.
Let's mix this up. Come on, let's do it.
All right, so in there we've got coconut cream, hemp seeds, protein powder.
Brilliant.
Now I'm going to be a little bit controversial.
Is that honey?
No, not that controversial. We're talking about halving sugar. A little bit of bone broth.
Oh my gosh.
Just about a tablespoon, couple of tablespoons maybe.
Bone broth is meant to be the ingredient of 2017.
elixir.
You've heard it first here. It's the elixir.
Okay. maybe a little bit controversial.
Yeah.
If I was doing this at home, I might not necessarily add honey, but it will soften the flavour because there is some kale in it to make it a green smoothie.
Okay.
So it kind of just takes the edge off
Because
it.
our mantra here, as you said, is to cut your sugar by half. We're not saying, you're paleo and all of that, and we respect that. Or what is it called? Ketogenic? Whatever it is.
Ketogenic.
As are many of my triathlete friends, I'm not clearly, because I don't even know how to say it. But we're saying you can't have a mix, so honey's
comparing
okay.
this to
Let's mix it up.
the health food
Let's do it. Oh my
version.
gosh, wow. That's going into... What is that?
That is kale.
Kale. You can see that I have a lot of kale at my place because I don't even know what it is. I'm normal.
You're normal.
I think.
You're far from normal. All right, well, that's turned the colour of your shirt.
Right,
Beautiful.
excellent. I love that you colour matched that.
Okay.
My colour matched smoothie. That's fantastic.
So we're comparing what many people have as a healthy smoothie to this, which is very high fat.
Yes.
And I've got some fancy...
This is high fat because it's coconut cream. That's what boosts
coconut
that
cream,
fat.
tahini, we've got some bone broth, some coconut, some hemp.
Okay.
So high fat, moderate protein, and low carb.
You weren't kidding when you said you wanted to take me out for a drink.
No.
Wow.
Can we...
Here we go.
Oh, that's it now.
Wow, that's quite chunky.
It is. Chunky monkey.
Right.
So because of all the fats and the protein, it's going to keep you feeling fuller for longer, so you're not going to reach out for that next carbohydrate.
So could I have this for breakfast with nothing else? Or would I need other food? Like, is this enough?
That's how I start my day.
And that's it?
Yeah.
When do you eat again after that?
About 5 minutes after.
Yeah? You know what? The first taste is quite raw, but after that it's awesome.
Well, the kale is, when you break it down, it's quite grassy. But you can soften that.
I do feel like I'm a bit of a cow, but then I move on from that and think, no, I'm a skinny
You're
girl.
not the first to say that. But you can soften that flavour. You can have some, silver beet or spinach. Spinach is a great alternative. It's not as pungent.
I love that. Now we're moving on to our next one. Sorry.
Follow.
I'll come around this side. Now Nutella, I know for many, many parents, is the thing that their kids absolutely adore. Certainly in my house.
Parents do.
This is labelled for Christmas. Excuse me, that would be the smoothie. This is for Christmas, so you can get your child's name on it. Do not do that. Do you know how many teaspoons? There's over 100 in this jar, and honestly, my son would sit and have half of this while you're making this.
So I think that they need to address their duty of care.
Totally.
You know what I mean? They're targeting for kids, advertise for kids.
100%.
They're doing...
It's not on. So you address the duty of care here today.
Yes.
And this is natural Nutella. So talk us through it.
Well, the interesting thing with this, if you look at the ingredient list, the first thing should be hazelnuts. But if I'm not mistaken, it's sugar followed by some shitty oil.
Yeah, vegetable oil.
Right.
That's that palm oil stuff, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
So when you're doing it at home...
And then hazelnuts.
Yeah.
Whereas
Hazelnuts are in there somewhere.
Macadamia.
So we're going to use some rich, fatty nuts. So macadamias, Brazil, and a few pecans.
Brazil nuts are like one of the best things for you because of the selenium. Can reduce depression.
Yeah, well, not all nuts are created equally.
Yeah.
So in terms of...
I've been dating a long time, I
know. Trying to help you there, people, but... All right, so let's do that first. Let's just blitz that. And for people who have never blitzed nuts before at home...
I haven't.
Okay.
What do I need to know?
The first process you're going to get is a mill, like almond mill.
Right.
And if you keep going, the friction will start to release the oils from the nuts. So it's going to be a bit noisy.
Okay.
Have we plugged in?
I'll do a little dance while we...
Don't. So we're now at a stage where the oil's just starting to come out, and then we're going to add cacao. So cacao is raw, unprocessed, full of magnesium, antioxidants, as opposed to cocoa, which is heat treated. I knew I was going to say that.
I do speak English. Good news.
My England is broken. Okay, so that's bitter.
Yeah.
All right. So.
And I buy that where? Because I know where to buy cocoa.
You can buy that in Naked Foods, any health food store, Woolworths, Coles.
Okay.
It's none of these products are particularly exotic. You can get them anywhere.
And that's the point. That's your whole message.
Question.
This is interesting because this is a shout out from Jamie's Ministry of Food. What's our opinion on artificial sweeteners?
artificial. I think we need to call the founder of SugarByHalf. Are you all right? I always have that effect on people, don't worry. Dr. Bruckner, to answer this question we've just had in. Where's the founder of SugarByHalf, please? Dr. Bruckner, can you stop? Can you stop smoking? We're joking. The question is, artificial sweeteners, where do we stand on them?
Right. Well, artificial sweeteners are probably better than sugar. Let's say number one. But I have three problems with artificial sweeteners. One is that there's stuff in them that's maybe not that. Some of the artificial sweeteners have been linked with disease and so on. So the jury is still out on some of the components of artificial sweeteners. The second thing is they don't seem to help you lose weight.
Right.
Most of the studies have shown that you don't actually lose weight by using artificial sweeteners in drinks instead of sugar. And the third one is that it continues our addiction to sweetness. We've all become addicted to sweetness over the years, and the food industry are very good at ensuring that continues. And the way
gives us a boost, right? It boosts our endorphins.
We've got to draw that back, and we've got to wean people off the sweetness. And so artificial sweeteners, they're probably good as a first step, but I would slowly wean yourself off artificial sweeteners.
Can I just put my journalistic cap on and say I did some research, just a tiny bit for the segment today, and about artificial sweeteners. I was just bored, and I found that an article said that it affects the mitochondria of every cell in your body, which may long-term lead to diseases like cancer.
Well, everything leads to cancer, supposedly. The one thing that artificial sweeteners are thought to, you hear a lot about the gut microbiome.
You do.
And the artificial sweeteners do seem to affect adversely the gut microbiome. So that may be another, I may have to include my 3 to 4 reasons not to have artificial sweeteners. So
okay, so I've helped you. I've helped the doctor today.
Better than nothing, but try and get off them.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Okay. One more, hang on before you go.
Because we've got 2 patient viewers. Jill just wants to make sure, so rice malt syrup, not okay? Okay, that's a no. It's sugar.
There are lots of different names. I think there are 58 different names for sugar. And the food companies are very clever in that they'll always disguise sugar on the label. But anything that ends in OSE or whatever, you've got to be very careful.
Sucrose is what you're talking about.
Rice malt syrup is one of those.
What hope have mothers got? I'm drowning in all this.
It's very simple.
Whether it's processed or unprocessed, it still has the same metabolic effect.
Yes.
Just stick to unprocessed, stick to real food.
Yes, another question.
One more.
This is from Viveka. What about stevia? Because it's a plant.
Stevia is an artificial sweetener, but it's a natural artificial sweetener. So it's probably, if you're going to have an artificial sweetener, it's probably the best.
You see why I'm drowning?
Better off without it.
Natural sweeteners, false.
We should also address that there's no quick fix. There's no perfect alternative to sugar.
No, the
it's
alternative
just literally
is
to peel back.
But reduce your cravings, which is what you're doing with the food you're making for us today.
Correct.
So you're not craving that big high.
Harvard, Sugar by.
That's a great name for a sugar.
We should do that.
You should found that.
That's a good idea. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, so we've got macadamias, Brazil, pecans. I've thrown in some poppy seeds. You can use chia if you wish. So it's very fat, bit of protein, a little bit of honey. So honey is my sort of preferred sweetener. It is a live food. It's antimicrobial. But again, I'm very, I don't use a lot of it.
And like the doctor just said, we're an organisation promoting reducing your sugar consumption.
Yep.
I know you're paleo, but, unless you've got an insulin problem, like I have got an insulin problem.
You love saying I'm paleo, don't you?
Well, I can't pronounce the other thing. So I'm just hiding behind that word. That's it, ketogenic.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to blitz that again.
Just put that thing on.
Exactly right. All right, so beautiful and smooth. So it's not like for like. If you're expecting Nutella, it's not going to taste exactly like Nutella.
Sure.
But in terms of from a health perspective, you know exactly what's in it.
Yeah.
That's the thing with cooking at home. You know exactly what's in it. When you go to
or even at a restaurant.
Yeah.
All these dates I go on, I don't know what I'm eating.
How is Tinder?
Oh, Tinder? I just wrote an article. You're not even reading my website saying do not date online.
Why?
Because there are predators out there. You don't know who you're dating.
There's predators in this room.
And you fall in love with a photo. I mean, God, read a magazine and fall in love with a photo. Don't get on Tinder, for goodness sake. Let's
There
do
you go.
it.
You can wrap that up for Christmas.
Okay, give it to my Tinder date. Let's try
I
it.
want to be single.
Thanks.
Are you single? So don't be expecting Nutella.
It's nice though.
Yeah.
It's a really nutty, chocolatey, but not too sweet. For someone like me and you who are paleo, it's really good. Really, really fantastic. Thank you so much for coming in.
Pleasure.
Now, give your website a plug. Tell us what it is again.
ScottGoodingProject.com.
And what I love about it are all those beautiful photos and recipes on there. It is so easy. And I really encourage mums to have a look because, as you said, we're all time poor. We want our kids to be healthy. This is a really simple way to cut your sugar by half in your household.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Now, make sure you like our Facebook page so you see lots more of our videos. And please jump onto our website, which is SugarByHalf.com. And we have another video coming up really soon and lots of fantastic people still to go. Bye.